Hi guys, to give you guys an update on Tilly, the little pocket rocket. I thought I'd put her on the table since she's so small. I would have to bend down the whole time. So I put the photos up yesterday of this beautiful girl, and she's in for anxiety. She has escaped a few places. The owners that she's with now, I believe it's the 4th or the 5th home. And this is all due to her anxiety. This makes some of these dogs unbearable to live with, of course. She's filed down pretty much all of her teeth due to the fact that she's anxious, of course, through escaping, biting, chewing, ripping things apart. That's what anxiety can do to a dog and to a human. People that have anxiety can sort of relate to this girl and to her condition. So she's this is day 3 or day 4. We've seen big improvements, of course. With anxiety, it's a slow process. It takes a little bit of time to get rid of anxiety completely. And again, guys, we are not a training facility. We do not train a dog into a certain behavior. We remove the behavior. We try to remove the behavior out of a dog. And that's why it takes a little bit more time. That's why we take our time, understand and studying the dogs as well. And so we're trying to remove the behavior. So how do we do that with anxiety? Well, first we got to trigger these anxious behaviors. When the owners came out on Saturday, I took the collar off her, and the owner did say, "Oh, can you please put the collar on?" She feels a lot better with that. It seems to help with her anxiety. Unfortunately, she's here for that reason. We want to trigger the anxiety. We want her to become anxious, so we can give that brain something else to do and help her through this anxiety and try and remove as much anxiety as possible. She is on medication. She's being weaned off now as we're going through the training program, of course. The owners didn't see too much of a change in her while she's on meds. That could be a number of things. That the medication is not the right one for her. The dose is not the right one. What are you doing? You want to cuddle? That the medication is not the right dose, is not the right brand. It's not the right chemistry in the brain, because anxiety is a chemical imbalance in the brain when you're dealing with dogs like these here. And leadership training is not going to fix. It will help a lot, of course. The dog will obviously have a lot more structure to itself, but it will not get rid of the anxiety because it is deeply embedded into anxiety. You want another one of these? Hey? So how do we get rid of anxiety? Well, you're going to have to think outside the square every single time. You're dealing with a dog that does not have a lot of control over her own actions. When they get in an anxious state of mind, you can't sort of talk to them. There's no reasoning with them. It's not about sort of sit, stay. That anxious behavior stays there, and you can see it through their shaking, you can see it through the way that they're breathing, you can see it through the way that they're looking at you. So you need to give the brain something else to do. Whether you design yourself a wobble board, whether you have an agility course, anything. Oh God, beautiful. Beautiful liver cookies, mate. Yeah, so you want to be able to give the brain something else. Swimming is always a very, very good thing to do with anxious dogs, because you're tempering with self-preservation there. Whether the dog, if they know that if they're not concentrating on the swimming, they're going to sink, and that's what that whole thing about using. What are you doing? Are you trying to get more cookies out of me, mate? Is that what you're doing? Where are they? You can see how small she is. This is her standing up. There you go. So we need to give the brain something else to do, obviously, in the time that she's anxious. So we need to trigger the anxiety. We need to establish whether it's a trait or a state. So the trait is where certain things will trigger this anxiety, or is it a state where the dog is constantly anxious? Is it possibly genetic? everything needs to be taken in consideration, and the only way that we can actually do that is by closely studying the dog, watching her daytime, nighttime, by cameras, during the day, just watching her, just putting her in certain runs, putting her in certain situations, and just watching and seeing how she reacts to different stimulations, and also to see what rehab works best for her. No, you have all the cookies, mate. I don't want to share any more. I'm going to have lamb chops for dinner tonight, mate. So guys, as well, just want to say a big thank you to Love 'em Dog Treats. They provided us with a whole lot of treats for all the boarding and rehab dogs here for free. So they've got lots of healthy treats to munch on while they're here. You seem like you love them, don't you? You love them? So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of like an introduction really, and a bit of an update. There is little bits and pieces of improvement, but there's not much. Obviously it's only day 3 and this is going to take a little bit of time. So we're going to follow her progress. We're going to keep an eye on her. We'll promise the owner that if her photos get to 100 likes, we'll do a little video. It's been a busy day, but got to keep our word. So here she is. You say hi, Mum. Say hi. I'm good, I'm happy. I sleep inside. Spoiled. Hey? You good? Because you're anxious we won't trust you outside or in any run, because it looks like you could get through the gaps, mate. See how tiny you are. So thanks guys. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for any videos. Instagram, stream up as well, guys. We're waiting for the Apple app to come out, so that way it's going to be a lot easier for us to be able to stream live and at any time that we want to. And we'll see you guys very shortly. What do you reckon? Yeah. Princess. We're out.